Fortnite has phased out a lot of cosmetics. As an example, pets, toys, and secret skins. And I'm going to be going over all of those in this video, plus a couple others, along with the reason that Fortnite stopped making them. The first one I'm going over are pets. The first Fortnite pets were released back in the Season 6 Battle Pass. It included Bonesy, Scales, and Camo. When you picked up an item, Camo would change the color of the item, and the pets would also fly alongside you while you were gliding. They were basically a more interactive version of a normal backpack. Moving on to Season 7, the Battle Pass included 2 more. Amirez, which was a hamster, and Ramus, which was a dog. Also, most of these also had a couple of unlockable styles, which was pretty cool. And in the Season 8 Battle Pass, they released both Woodsy and Dodger. Woodsy was a dog made out of wood, and Dodger was a fox. And in Season 9, they only released one, which was Kyo, which is some weird cyborg cat thing. And in Season X, they also only released one, which was Kutsune, which was in the drift set. And in Chapter 2, Season 1 and 2, they didn't release any. But they did release one in Chapter 2, Season 3, which was Ohm's Perch. In Chapter 2, Season 4, they released Rocket, which you could get from completing the group challenges. And in Chapter 2, Season 5, they also only released one, which was the child for the Star Wars cloud. And in Chapter 2, Season 7, they released the final pet, which was called Chop, and it was some weird alien thing. There was also 2 in the item shop. The first one being Gun, which was actually pretty controversial. Fans just thought it was a ripoff of Bonesy. So Epic ended up removing the item and refunding everyone who purchased, along with an extra 200 V-Bucks. And they also released one called Empress, which didn't have any crazy controversy, but just didn't sell very well. So they don't bring it back to the item shop very often. But now they haven't made a single pet for almost 4 years. So why did they stop making these? Well, because not that many people liked them. The big reason for that was because most people thought they looked kinda bad. I actually think they look pretty cool though. But people also had a misconception that they gave away your position because they made noises. Those only made audio for you and your teammates. It's kinda sad these ended up failing, because pets as back blings is a cool idea in theory. They didn't really end up getting very much support, so they ended up getting discontinued. But honestly, I hope they release some more. Back in Season 5, Fortnite introduced its first ever in-game toys. There was the basketball, the beach ball, and the golf ball, along with their fancy counterparts. And at the time, they were pretty well received. Season 6 had the addition of the tomato and the fancy tomato, further expanding the collection. The trend continued into Season 7 with the release of the fancy burger and the ice pop. And by this time, it was clear that the community really enjoyed these items. Season 8 introduced the bouncy ball. And Season 9 brought the flying disc and the fancy flying disc. And now you can probably tell that Epic Games really liked creating fancy versions of the standard toys. Season X had the introduction of the bottle flip and the fancy flip. But after this, the amount of new toys came to a complete halt, with the final toy, the soccer ball, being released in Chapter 2, Season 6. There was also a few toys made available through the item shop and challenges, such as the pig skin and the hook shot. The pig skin was free, and the hook shot was 600 V-Bucks. The snowball and the water balloon were made available from the challenges 14 Days of Fortnite and 14 Days of Summer. Despite the apparent popularity of these toys, evidenced by the community's pleas for more under the wiki page for toys, Epic Games still hasn't released any new toys. The reason behind this decision still remains a topic of speculation. Maybe their priorities just shifted to other items, or maybe they just ran out of new toys to add. But your guess is as good as mine, so make sure to comment what you think. And before we get to the next one, if you'd like to support me and the channel, be sure to use my creator code ZokorYT in the Fortnite item shop, and of course, like and subscribe. Alright, let's get back to the video. The next item I'm talking about are secret skins. Fortnite hasn't had a single secret skin for over 2 years. Now I know what you're thinking, but Cora actually wasn't a secret skin because it was revealed at the start of the season, so it's actually a bonus skin. But why did Epic stop making secret skins? Well, to understand, we'll need to go back to the beginning. Back in Season 4, Fortnite introduced the Visitor, which you could get from the Blockbuster challenges. And it had this cool display in its face, which you could change with its 4 styles. This skin quickly became a fan favorite. And in Season 5, the secret skin was the Enforcer, which you could get from the Road Trip challenges. And in my opinion, this one looks kinda goofy. But in Season 6, Aim was introduced, which came with a back bling that would track the amount of eliminations you had. And you could get this from the Hunting Party challenges. In Season 7, the secret skin was the Prison, which had 4 different stages. And this skin was also super relevant to the story, which was pretty cool. And in Season 8, Ruin was introduced. You could get this one from the Discovery challenges. And in Season 9, the secret skin was Singularity, which you could get from the Utopia challenge. And in Season X, the Scientist was introduced, which is in the same set as the Visitor, and looked basically the same, but it was just a lot larger and scary. And in Chapter 2, Season 1, the secret skin was Serona, which was one of the last secret skins, other than a couple here and there, like Neymar in Chapter 2, Season 6, until the final secret skin, the Cube Queen, in Chapter 2, Season 8. But why did they stop making secret skins? Well, the main reason was because a lot of people just didn't know they existed. They wouldn't work toward the challenges they get and would just end up not getting the skins. So a bonus skin really told you what the skin was, were in my opinion a lot better. For the next one, I'm gonna do a quick rapid fire one. Because in Season 7, the first ever animated loading screen was released. And in Season 8, the last ever animated loading screen was released. Meaning there was only ever 2 of them. And the main reason they got removed was because they were pretty glitchy and ended up crashing a lot of people's games. So they didn't end up making any more. But for the next one, I'm going to be talking about traps, which I know isn't a cosmetic, rather an in-game item, but I'm still going to be talking about it. And I know in the current season they brought back the metal walls, but when I'm talking about a trap, I mean a damage trap like the spike trap or poison trap. Alright, all the way back in Season 1 we had the spike trap, which did 150 damage of trigger. It could be placed in the ceilings, walls, or floor. And this quickly became a staple of the game, and players would always come up with unique strategies for these, such as the trap tower, where you would build a tower with a launch pad on the bottom, then when players would hit the launch pad, they would fly straight into traps. Fortnite themselves even made a real-life toy of this. And in Season 8, they released the poison dart trap, which would shoot you with poison darts, dealing some damage. damage. This would allow rigging the spike trap though. Even if you were in front of the trap, sometimes you would be standing in between where the darts come out and completely dodge them. So this one definitely wasn't as good as the spike trap, but it also wasn't completely useless. And in Chapter 2 Season 4, they released the fire trap, which was the final trap. These didn't do crazy damage, but as a plus, they did trigger almost instantly. But why did they stop making traps? Well, the main reason was because they weren't very skillful. Because you could just place a trap above a door and it would be almost impossible to know there's a trap with another player. And if you were stuck in a box, it could be used to basically instantly eliminate you. So they haven't released any others, other than when they brought them back for the OG season. The next one I'm talking about are Secret Battle Stars, which once again aren't cosmetics, but I did want to talk about this one. Back in Season 4, the Secret Battle Stars were introduced. They were secret tariffs that could be found using the hints in the corresponding week's loading screen. It was honestly super cool turning into a detective to try to find these things. Although most of the time I just get stumped and look it up on YouTube. But if a lot of people, including myself, like these, then why do they get removed? But with the advent of Chapter 2 Season 1, Epic Games embarked on a comprehensive overhaul of the game. This transformation completely changed the battle pass, the challenge system, and much more. During this overhaul, sadly the Secret Battle Stars were removed, but I definitely think they should bring this back. That was the last one I had to talk about, so if you like this kind of video, make sure to subscribe. That's about it. Peace.